Hi Scorpio, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly astrological report for the month of July 2022. You begin the month in a Neptune haze because Neptune, which is the planet of dreams, imagination, fantasy, empathy, selfless love, as well as delusion, illusion, deception, and self-undoing, retrograded at the mutable water sign of Pisces, 25 degrees of Pisces, in your house of creativity, romance, children, and self-expression. You feel the build-up 5 days before and 5 days after. And Neptune, whenever an outer planet stations retrograde or direct, it exaggerates the quality of that planet, and the confusing, hazy energy is very emphasized, but could also be very romantic. It could be very spiritual. It enhances your psychic and intuitive abilities, so tapping into vivid dreams if you're having them, to messages you receive in various ways and through music and other forms, just paying attention to the messages you're getting. And there are also 4 points transiting in the Cardinal fire sign of Aries, in your house of health and work and daily routine and regimen. Jupiter, which is the grand benefic, the luckiest planet, entered the Cardinal fire sign of Aries on May 10th, entering your house of work and daily routine. It will be in this house until October 28th. It'll return to the final 2 degrees of Pisces from October 28th through December 20th, and then it will return to Aries through May 16th, expanding your workload, bringing expansion in your health routines and habits, and bringing optimism in that area of your life and in your work. Chiron, the wounded healer, is also transiting in Aries, to bring healing in your habits and in your work. Eris, the goddess of discord, the warrior feminine fighting for what she wants, transiting in your house of work and routine. And Mars, which is the ancient ruler of your sign and the modern ruler of Aries. Mars entered Aries on May 24th, your sector of work and health and routine. It will be there until July 5th. This brings a new 2-year cycle of getting things done and being productive in your habits and in your routines. So a lot of Aries energy, bringing a lot of action and activity. The sun is transiting in the Cardinal water sign of Cancer, in your house of hope and optimism and manifesting and promotion and publicity. This is great for promoting yourself, great for taking classes or workshops, or if you're doing some travel, having some fun with the travel. And Mercury and Venus are both transiting in the mutable air sign of Gemini. Venus is transiting there, bringing some love in a healing journey that is not easy. Mercury rules the sign of Gemini, transiting in this sector of your chart to bring planning and strategy and ideas to how you can heal your finances, your debt, your taxes, but also issues around loss and finding self-empowerment in this difficult time. We begin the month, and on July 1st, Mars and Pluto clash in the sky. Mars is the ancient ruler of your sign. Pluto is the modern ruler. That can bring power struggles, and people could definitely be looking for a fight with that energy. And so for you, trying to lay low with that energy, and it could be combative words for you. So just trying to, maybe purge negative habits, but lay low. On July 2nd, Mercury, the planet of communication, forms a helpful aspect to Saturn, which helps to anchor your goals and achievements. And that occurs at 6:39 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that is a good energy for stabilizing your work and getting things accomplished. Mercury forms a challenging aspect to Neptune at 4:53 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's manifesting work and tapping into hope, but it can be confusing with romantic relationships or just with communication in general. There could be confusion or misunderstandings. So use it to manifest. On July 5th, there are two planetary changes. Mars enters the fixed Earth sign of Taurus, entering your house of partnerships and relationships. It will enter at 2:04 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It will be there until August 20th, transiting in your house of relationships and giving you an opportunity to really partner with others in many different ways, professionally, socially, romantically, so really using that energy. Mercury, the planet of communication, thoughts, and ideas, enters the Cardinal water sign of Cancer at 2:25 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where it will be until July 19th, transiting in your house of optimism, opportunity, hope, teaching, and learning. Really good for promoting yourself and publicizing yourself if you have your own business, good for taking trips, good for taking workshops, and good for tapping into hope and doing manifesting work. On July 6th, Mercury forms a helpful aspect to Mars at 2:37 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Good for tapping into the initiative to get things done and feeling amped up to do so. On July 9th, Mercury squares Jupiter, the biggest and luckiest planet, at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That could be a lot happening at once, a lot of communication, but I don't view it as a negative thing. I think it could be a lot to do with home and family for you, conceivably, but I don't think it's a negative thing. So I think that just a lot happening at once. And then, and with work, being very busy for you probably. And then on July 10th, the Sun forms a helpful aspect to Uranus, and that occurs at 4:39 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that is a very innovative energy, good for you for unexpected partnering opportunities, professionally, romantically, but very innovative, good for brainstorming, and good for things coming in out of the blue. On July 13th, there is a full moon that takes place at 21 degrees and 21 minutes of the Cardinal Earth sign of Capricorn. And that's a very significant full moon that occurs at 2:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in your house of news and information. This sets off where the two malefics paired up and met up in that legendary pairing of Saturn and Pluto at 22 degrees of Capricorn. That occurred on January 12th of 2020 and brought down many structures in the world permanently, and in many cases that we're renovating and repairing in this frenzied new age of Aquarius. For you in the house of thoughts and ideas and communication, maybe you changed your local environment since then. Maybe you have done a lot more of learning new things and reframing your thinking in a very difficult time. On the day of the full moon, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, forms a beautiful aspect to Saturn, which helps to structure and anchor our goals. And that is also helpful energy because it shows that you can stabilize through love and through value and letting go of very painful blocks. Time does not heal all wounds, but maybe this brings a fortuitous aspect to the sense that Venus and Saturn in harmony shows that we can work well together, and that is a good thing. And the other thing too is that that in all of this, Saturn's transiting in your house of home and family and emotional foundation, and it'll be there through March 7th of next year, finding stability within in a difficult time. Later on the day of the full moon, Mercury forms a helpful sextile to Uranus. That's an aspect of opportunity, and that occurs at 8:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, bringing innovative solutions as we move ahead and heal together. On July 14th, Venus, the planet of love and money, forms a challenging square to Neptune at 1:24 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That can bring a sense of feeling like things are not possible and that it seems a little bit just elusive, having joy or happiness. But Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, and Neptune is transiting in your house of creativity. Excellent for creative projects, whether it's painting or writing or doing music, tapping into the unconscious mind. And even though it's a square, it's a challenging influence, helping to impel you to do creative ventures and to heal yourself. It just may bring confusion in romantic or personal situations. So using it more as a creative launch. On July 17th, Mercury forms a beautiful aspect to Neptune, and that shows that the dream is possible and you can manifest dreams and beauty and love in a difficult time. And that occurs at 3:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, really doing manifesting work and creative work with that energy. And then later that day, the sun forms a beautiful trine, which is a very positive and flowing energy at 6:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that also shows that the dream is possible and tapping into the dream and into healing and into beauty. And on that date, let's see, on the 17th, Venus changes signs and enters the Cardinal water sign of Cancer at 9:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where it will tour through August 11th, and it's transiting in your house of hope and optimism. So again, really working with, magnetizing what you love and bringing that into your hope and doing journaling and being creative in your promotion if you're trying to promote your work or if you're trying to look for a job. And then let's see, on July 18th, Mercury, the planet of communication, forms a challenging opposition to Pluto at 3:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That could bring challenging communication. That could bring endings. It could uncover information too. So see what happens with that. And then on July 19th, Mercury enters the fixed fire sign of Leo, and it'll be there through August 4th, transiting in your house of career and life goals. So that's excellent for you for communication of all forms, networking, pitching ideas, sales, and making a good impression. And then on July 19th, yep, Mercury does that. And then Chiron, the wounded healer, retrogrades at it retrogrades at 16 degrees and 26 minutes of the cardinal fire sign of Aries in your house of work and daily routine. And that again emphasizes the healing that's necessary in your habits, in your health, and in your work to have pride and courage that you can, persevere. And then on July 22nd, the sun enters the fixed fire sign of the fixed fire sign of Leo at 4:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where it will transit through August 22nd, bringing light and levity to your house of emotional foundation and security and home, so shining at your home. And then on July 25th, the two benefics square one another in the sky. Venus, the planet of love and beauty and value, squares Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion. And that occurs at 3:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And, at 2:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that's not a challenging energy. I just think it's a lot happening and being very busy, but tapping into hope and feeling optimistic. Could be a little indulgent. On July 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, squares Mars, the planet of combat. And that occurs at 3:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That could feel contentious and a little bit combative. On July 28th, there is a new moon that takes place at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 5 degrees and 29 minutes of the fixed fire sign of Leo. And this occurs in your house of home and family and real estate and emotional foundation. And the new moon is always a time to plant new seeds, do the law of abundance to bring prosperity, and set intentions. And again, around getting your needs met, around home and family. And then on the day of the new moon, Jupiter, the grand benefic, the luckiest planet, retrogrades at 8 degrees and 43 minutes of the Cardinal fire sign of Aries at 4:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You feel the buildup 5 days before and 5 days after. Jupiter's transiting and expanding your house of work, health, and routines. And maybe you're extra busy at that time. It's about really how you can heal that area and expand even further. You've got Jupiter there on and off through May 16th of next year. So really using that energy to heal many areas of your life. And then on the day of the station, Mercury squares Uranus in the sky at 5:16 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So you could get very unexpected information around relationships, or other things that kind of blow your mind, because Jupiter will probably be bringing some stuff to light as well. And then on July 31st, Uranus, the planet of brilliance, chaos, and surprise, meets up with the north node of karma in your house of partnerships and relationships at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That could bring unexpected romantic relationships, unexpected encounters, bring a job opportunity out of the blue, could be really exciting. So pay attention to whom you meet and what happens at that time. I wish you a lot of luck, Scorpio. Thank you very much.